I hit 8 for 8. That was my expectations going into the night, so I'm very proud of myself for that. I'm proud of WCC, how we kind of came out here and finished strong, so I have nothing else to say. Whatever y'all want to ask.
So, Simone, when you talked to John
Yeah.
afterwards and he asked you about your goals, you said, I'm sort of keeping it to myself, I'm going to take a different approach
Yeah.
this time. What sort of led you to make that decision?
Well, I think, first of all, y'all are kind of nosy sometimes. But I think personal goals and stuff, I think sometimes it's okay to keep it to ourselves just so that nobody can throw it in your face, oh, well, this was your goal, this, and you didn't hit it, or you did, or any of that stuff. And I'm kind of at the age where it's like, yo, just let me be in peace. So, one thing at a time.
Scott?
Simone, both nights we've seen you have But Still I Rise on your Leo. Can you tell us about what that means to you and the decision to put on your Leo?
Yes, so that was actually GK's decision. I do have the tattoo here on my chest, and I got it in, I think, 2020, just because I've been through so much in gymnastics, out of gymnastics, and it was just a good reminder for myself that every day whenever I look in the mirror, I can see that. And I think every day whenever I look at it, I'm like, yes, I get up, I do whatever I need to do, and it's just a good reminder for myself to have. So that's why we chose to put it on the Leo. So if the little ones buy the Leo, they can have it too and just feel like, oh, I feel like Simone Biles or whatever. So I think it was just a nice addition.
We'll go Nancy and then Jessica.
Yeah.
Simone.
Oh, yes.
Your first title was, I think, 10 years? Yeah, 10 years ago. And you took breaks in between. So it's not just the fact that you won 8 titles, but you've maintained this standard despite taking breaks,
right.
Despite, going from a teenager to a 20-something married. What does that say to you? And do you, what do you remember from your first title?
Honestly, it's so bad, but I don't remember much from my first title. I think sometimes you black out whenever all of those things happen, and I also think that whenever I won those titles back in the day, it's like we were focusing on the next thing, what's next, and so it was just like, okay, moving forward, we're going to Worlds Camp, we're trying to make a Worlds team and all of that stuff, so we never really got to settle in and celebrate that. So I think now, moving forward, even after classics and now after championships, we really try to celebrate our success individually and as a team, just so that in a couple years we can remember those, because I really don't remember a lot from the past. I think you just black out and just keep going. Yeah.
Okay, Jessica, and then we're going to go back to AP, the other.
So in the time that you've taken off, it seems like every time you've come back a little bit stronger. And I think a lot of people are afraid to take that time off. Can you talk about how you stay in shape during that time off? And also, who is the giant redheaded guy who works out with you sometimes and he was in your wedding?
Okay, okay, hold on. So, I think it's good to take breaks. I'm not sure how every time I take a break, I come back and you guys say I get better and stuff, because sometimes I feel like I still do lack in some areas that we need to go back in the gym and work on. But I put all of my faith in Cecile and Laurent. I just come back and I'm like, well, you guys will prepare me, and I know you guys will, and they have each and every time. So I have a lot of faith in them, but also I think with the help of my teammates just pushing me in the gym and telling me it's okay, you can do it, because there are some days where I'm in the gym and I'm like, bro, I think this age is kicking my ass today. But they're like, no, you're fine, you can do it, and stuff like that. So I think that helps. And I think you're talking about Kevin. He's 6'6". Sometimes, he comes. He used to live in Houston. That's one of my best friends. We have a very good friend group, so we're all super supportive. But that's Kevin. I'll have to tell you. I'll have to tell him you said that.
Gosh. Right, and then back to the left.
Hi, Simone.
Yes.
Janie McCauley from AP. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. How much can your path and things that you've overcome maybe be an example for somebody like Suni, who's had such a tumultuous year, and health things that things that come up that are unforeseen? And have you talked to her or been kind of a guiding light for her at all through this?
Yeah, I think it's, she went to college and all of that, so everybody kind of disperses, and if you look at the age difference, it's I love my team, I love all of the girls out there, but there's quite an age difference between the two, so I think Suni kind of leans on Jordan a little bit more. They're similar in age, they're both in college and stuff like that, but it is exciting to see her overcome everything that she has and come back out here stronger, because I think it does send a good message to the younger ones, but it's also we know that we have to take care of our bodies, whether that's mentally or physically. So take that break and come back and be stronger, because at the end of the day, gymnastics is just what we do. And we also have to remember that, and we're not going to be doing this forever. So I think at the end of the day, it's really nice to show those young kids that. But I also think like it's our story to write, our ending to tell. So yeah.
Simone, now that you're a camp and 2 weeks back into your return, what registers for you both personally? You said you were doing it differently this time, as really different this time, and what registers with the national team, whether it's transparency or communication or anything that's different about the process this time around?
Yeah, I think national team is a little bit more lenient with all of the girls, all of the coaches and everything like that. They kind of take it one step at a time, and I feel like it's a little bit less stressful, especially for those younger ones coming up, because I've been in a lot of national team camps, so I can see the difference. So I think we just kind of do our own thing whenever we're there. But what was the other question?
For you personally, what is the biggest difference this time around as you are sort of thinking about doing this differently?
I'm not sure, but I think it's training smarter, trying to get those numbers in, but still being efficient with that. It's like, let's not take an hour on this event, let's get out in 20 minutes, knock that stuff out. And I think I am a little bit less stubborn this time around too, because before it's like, okay, we're doing bar routines. I would purposely not do them just because I didn't want to do them that day, and then I'd be stuck on bars for 45 minutes. Now I'm like, no, I can hit a bar routine no matter what you say, because I'm getting off this event. Like, so I think it just age helps. I can't afford to like go in the gym and have all of those hours and all of those numbers. So yeah, less is more sometimes, at least if you're efficient.
Okay, we're gonna go Lolita, then Houston Chronicle, hometown paper, then right here, and then we're gonna see where we are on time.
Okay.
Hi, Lolita Lopez at the NBC in Los Angeles. So 2 questions. One, your coach said that you smiled during the quarantine. Did you feel that when you were doing that? And also, what 2 words best describe what you're feeling right now and why?
Yes, right now I would say happy that it's over, happy that I'm back out here competing, because, you know, I just didn't think I was going to be back here competing, especially whenever we ordered the Leos for classics and championships. I was like, oh, we're doing this. Okay, let's go compete. But what was the next question? Sorry, I already forgot.
Why? Why are you getting 2 words? Happy and...
Oh, I don't have another word. Hungry? I'm so starving right now. But then you asked one more in the beginning.
You were smiling.
Oh, yes. No, every time I come out here, I feel like I'm in a fever dream, and I feel like nothing's real. Like, I'm not competing, anything. And I knew I did a good floor routine, so as soon as I got off and then I saw the score, I was like, damn, I need to see that routine, because I wasn't sure. Like, every time I do something, I was like, they're like, you stuck every pass. I was like, I did? Because I just, like, I'm in the moment, but I'm also, like, it just doesn't feel real for some reason. I just seriously can't believe I'm out here competing again. I just really can't, so I'm proud of myself for that. Yeah.
So these will be our last 2 questions based on time. Daniela, and then...
Daniela or just how did your nerves and overall comfort level today compare to at the Classic?
Oh, this one going into it, I feel like classics, I was like, oh God, I don't want to do this. Like, I feel like I'm going to throw up, like, sick. This one, I was like, oh wow, championships came so soon. We're ready to compete. We're prepared and all that stuff. So I still think there were some nerves, obviously, which is normal going into each and every event. But I knew I was, like, capable of it. I knew that I was prepared and all of that. Rather than classics, I still feel like I was second guessing myself, not sure if I was ready, not sure if I could do my skills and all of that stuff. So now I feel really comfortable in getting the confidence up there as well.
Last question, and then actually we'll take a final question from Will, and we'll close it out with
Okay.
All right. How does twisting feel?
Twisting feels a little bit better. I think sometimes I get in my head about it a lot, and the girls have to keep reminding me, like, you're fine, that was like, that stuff doesn't happen. So I definitely feel a lot better. It's just like getting out of my head sometimes about it.
All right, clean up as well.
A lot of gymnasts take breaks and come back, and some gymnasts take breaks that turn into retirement.
Yeah.
What brings you back? What is bringing you back?
Yeah, I ask myself that every day. I still feel like I have some personal goals. I still feel like I'm capable of doing it, and I've kind of proved to myself that I can still go out there and compete to the same level as before. So as long as No, I wouldn't say as long as I keep doing that, I'll be out of here, because absolutely not. But I'm gonna give it one more go, and then we'll see.